Alright, what's up girls and boys? What's up internet? I am Vianca and welcome to yet another brand new episode of our 100% all achievements guide, all achievements walkthrough guide rather, for Persona 3 Portable, the remake of the cult classic Persona 3. Now, this game is currently out on Xbox, PC through Steam, PlayStation 4 and 5, and I'm not sure about the Nintendo Switch, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is also out for the Switch. And I am playing this, of course, on the PlayStation 5. Now, for today's episode, we will be tackling Tartarus and doing a bunch of stuff around that. And also I'll try to give a little bit of tips and tricks while, you know, exploring Tartarus. But for now, we're meeting, it's now April 21st in game, and we're meeting yet another social link. So this person is Kenji Tomochika. He's our classmate. So yeah. What's with that wary look in your eye? I'm Kenji Tomochika. We're in the same class. What do you want? Morning. Now, Kenji is the character that is pretty much interested in older ladies, but there is someone in this game who does fancy Mr. Tomochika right here. But yeah, I'm gonna pick morning since I am going for an MC that is pretty much a nice guy. Friendly guy. Yeah, you too. I heard from Yori that you're pretty close with Takeba-san. Is that true? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm looking for someone with a little more experience anyway. Oh crap, it's almost time for the morning assembly. Come on, we better hurry. So yeah,
that concludes the main portion of today's assembly.
Mitsuru's gonna go and give a speech, which I honestly believe is a pretty good speech, but it's funny because of her speech, because of this particular speech, there's an event that's gonna come up that's the cause of it. But yeah, Mitsuru is the class president. Or, yeah, the student council president rather. Yeah, so a little bit of info dump backstory right here. The school is owned by Kiriju Group, which is a pretty powerful family. It has ties with I think it's Persona 2, a group from Persona 2, a business group from Persona 2, I think. If it's not Persona 2, then it's Persona 1. But yeah, they're a very influential family. They own the school. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that Mitsuru ended up being the student council president.
That is the key. My own ideas are but one person's vision. For us to reap the full benefits of our education, your participation, opinions, and enthusiasm are essential.
She's really eloquent for a high school student.
Speech? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, her speech just flows right over the heads of all the students, but they know that the speech is good. So for a choice here, sort of.
Sure didn't sound like something a high schooler would say.
Yeah, it typically isn't. But I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, we do hear from really eloquent high schoolers, but from my own experience in high school, I haven't encountered that eloquent a speaker. But anyways, it's cool in the afternoon. And Miss Toriumi's class, we're going to be asked again if you want to stay awake. So again, we should stay awake. So, alright, today we'll be looking at Sameiji era literature. Open your textbooks to page 12. You know what? I'm sick of this story. I already went over it in the last class. Like, I find it really funny that the teachers here are just, you know, they're not really in it to teach, but I feel like they're in it for their own reasons because they like something. They're not gonna go and teach anything else apart from what it is that they like. And if they're bored, they're bored. They're gonna do it half-assed. But yeah, I've got a great poem we can discuss instead. Close your textbooks, everyone, and listen to this. Isolated cloud suspended over the tall, snowy mountain peak. I'm feeling sleepy. Should I close my eyes for a few minutes? Again, choose to stay awake for that added point in academics. So yeah, hey Kenji, you better not be sleeping back there. You should be ashamed of yourself, napping while I pour my heart out into this reading. You're getting another essay on top of the regular assignment tonight. I expect a slice of cake when you turn it in too. Is this considered bribery? I feel like it is, or blackmail. And don't cheap out with the store-bought stuff like last time. So yeah, this is a normal occurrence in this class, especially with Miss Toriumi. I forced myself to stay awake and listen to the lecture. So yeah, added point on academics. We're still at 1 all across the board, but that's gonna change in a bit in future episodes. Maybe in the next episode, depending on how far along we can get today. So here, we're gonna, as you guys can see, Junpei is inviting us over to Paulownia Mall. Because he wants to be prepared. You know, it's in his head that they're the only ones that can stop whatever is happening, you know, put a stop to it. So he views himself as a hero of justice kind of thing. But yeah, along the way, we're gonna be invited by Akihiko instead, who just cannot be bothered with a gaggle of girls that's trying to get his attention. Akihiko is a pretty popular dude. He's part of the boxing club and he's pretty good. I believe he has never lost a fight while he is in that club.
They're fawning on him more than a harem manga. I wonder where they're going.
Also, if you romance Akihiko in P3P, Persona 3 Portable, it's really funny how awkward he is. Like, he's not really good with the emotional stuff, you know? What about the fate of the world?
Don't be lame. Even heroes need
Yeah, Junpei doesn't really have that much focus on it.
Are you free or not?
He wants to be a hero because
no problema.
I think he thinks that it's like people end up finding him likable, or that he'll become popular because of it.
You mean we're not hanging out with your friends?
He starts off with not really having like the best intentions in mind. Like, he's doing it for his own personal gain.
Anyway, I'm going on ahead.
So yeah, now Akihiko asked us to go to Paulownia Mall to head to the police station. Senpai, don't leave us!
Man, how can you not know their names? I mean, seriously, just look at them.
I mean, Akihiko is a pretty focused dude on getting stronger, so he doesn't really care about girls and stuff. As Tanada asked us to meet him at the Paulownia Mall police station, Junpei and I decided to head on over.
Yeah.
Well, I was just headed there myself. You know the place, right? Let's go. Okay, so first off, I'm not sure if it's already available here, but yeah, I don't think it's here yet, but just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna try to go back into the school and... Okay, so we cannot. But yeah, I was hoping to show you guys where you can find the Twilight fragments scattered here in the school and also in the various parts of the town, but I don't think we can do it in today's episode. We can probably do it. I'm gonna try, okay. But yeah, cutscene moments first. We need to head there. That is the police station. And it's one of places we will most definitely frequent here. Let's head. This is the place Sanada-san was talking about, right? Alright, wanna go in? Let's go in. Now, the police station is basically the weapons equipment store. This place sells weapons, armor, and accessories for your entire party. Now, it might seem a good idea to spend your money here, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Especially right at the beginning when, you know, Akihiko gives us 5,000 yen to spend. They expect you to buy stuff from here, but right now that's not something we're gonna do. The moment this cutscene ends, the moment the shop interface opens up, we're gonna go back out and complete this chunk of the tutorial for this game, which is basically just a shop tutorial. Also, there are days when the police station, the shops basically in this game, there are days where they do offer sales. So there's discounted prices, new items coming in. And if I remember correctly, because I didn't write it in here in my written notes, the police station gets a discount every Mondays. Mondays and Sundays, I think. Or it's Mondays and Saturdays. Either one of those. Now then, I don't have that much, but you should be able to find what you need. So yeah, at Natsumiii East Police Station, you can purchase equipment for you and your party to use in battle. You can also sell any equipment, which we will most definitely be doing. You aren't using if you need a little extra cash, and we do need more than a little extra cash. To complete everything in a single playthrough. There's no telling what dangers Tartarus will throw your way, so be sure to gear up with the highest quality equipment you can afford. Equipment is listed in 4 categories: weapon, armor, footwear, and accessories. And of course, weapon primarily influence attack, armor reduces damage, footwear affects evasiveness, and accessories grant various special effects like replenishing HP and SP each turn, giving us added defense against particular particular elements. So yeah, stuff like that. Sometimes equipment other than accessories will also grant special effects. Try out different combinations to optimize and specialize your loadout. So yeah, just exit here.
Come back soon.
And we will go back outside with Junpei leaving.
Police station selling weapons.
He completely now disregards his initial plan of stocking up for whatever heroic business he thinks C's will be up to.
What's more, they only gave us 5,000 yen. Ain't that kind of stingy? I mean,
5,000 yen is a lot.
oh crap, it's this late already? I'm gonna miss the rerun of The Lonely Shogun. I gotta go.
What about stocking up? I like holding Junpei accountable to whatever it is he says.
I'll leave the rest to you, leader. Let's meet up again. You know where. There's a ton of shops and stuff in this place, so you really should check it out while you can. Alright, see you back at the dorm.
Also, I don't know if, I don't think I have, but if I haven't explained it yet, if you guys look at the date we have on the upper right, there's the circle, yellow circle that changes over time. That's the phases of the moon, and they play a very important role in this game, which we will find out later. So yeah, now we have free time. So yeah, network functionality basically just tells us what our people did in this particular day. Anyways, I'm gonna go and talk about actually, first off, let's try to go back to Gekko-kan. Let's go with classroom first. Let's try to get the Twilight fragments that I talked to you guys about. You can find them here, actually. So there is a Twilight fragment right over there by the sink. Get that. It's easy to spot the Twilight fragments. You only need to find them in, you can see them very far away. They're sparkly little things. So that's one. The other one is here. That's another Twilight fragment. So there's 17 different places you can get the Twilight fragments from. Another one over here. So that's 3. There's another one outside as well. I'm just gonna go and check out something over here. But yeah, I think today's episode will mainly be focused on Tartarus. Because it's here. There's another one here. So that's 4 locations, if I'm counting it correctly. But yeah, you can't get all of them on this date because 2 of them are locked behind areas you can only access after a particular time, after triggering a particular event flag. So there's another one over here. And then we go out of the school and head to Port Island Station. Outskirts first. There is one over here. Oh my gosh, something shining. There we go. Then this outskirts is gonna play a little important role later, and also for some requests as well. There is another one. Is it over here on the other side? I think it's on the other side. Fountain, where is it? There. How many is that already? Yeah, I've lost count. There, Twilight, so that's 7. The other ones, actually, I'll buy right here. Buy all of the drinks. Buy 1 of each. It's the same, but buy 1 of each drink from the vending machines. Is there another vending machine? Yeah, that's the only vending machine, but buy all the drinks from the vending machines. Bologna, Storm, Iwatodai Strip Mall. I feel like there is one in Iwatodai. I just cannot remember. My notes just said, yeah, there is right over here. My note just said, go around town, grab every Twilight fragment. Also buy from this vending machine. Like, I banked on the idea that I will remember everything because of how many times I've played Persona 3. Buy this one as well. By Mad Bull. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here. We'll know if we get all 13, then that would mean we got them all. There is one on Iwatodai Strip Mall as well. Now here, you also want to buy a weird octopus, weird takoyaki. Yum yum. Buy 1. We need that for a social link. So buy that one and head up the stairs. There's one in the middle of... which floor is it? 3rd floor. There. Not the middle. There we go. Then you would want to leave town map. and head to Naganaki Shrine. There's one over here and one near the seesaw. We'll pick those Twilight fragments up because we will encounter those special treasure chests without a doubt in our first actual foray into Tartarus. Yeah, there's nothing here at the moment. After that, head to Colonia Mall. There's one in the middle of the fountain. How many did we now get? Not skill. 14. So that we only need like 2 more. Or 3 more. I'm missing. Oh yeah, the other one is in the dorms, but we don't want to go to the dorms just yet. So what we would like to do today is head on over to Game Parade. Now, Game Parade houses different arcades that we can use to increase our stats, increase courage, academics, and also our charm. For today, you would want to play House of the Deceased. It's House of the Dead, but for this game, for copyright and trademark reasons, they had to go with House of the Deceased. So yeah, choose House of the Deceased. I played the horror game House of the Deceased. I fearlessly stood my ground against an oncoming horde of zombies. It says right there at the top, very interesting game. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so we'll immediately go back to the dorm, right after social links, doing stuff like that, like anything that increases your stats, basically going out and using the various establishments. You will end up using the after school portion of time, and you will immediately be brought back to the dorms. That's always the case. Perfect timing. I'd like to speak to you for a moment. Regarding our exploration of Tartarus, Akihiko is still on the mend, so for now, I'd like you to lead the team in combat. You never know when a powerful enemy might appear, like the one you faced the other day. It's best to be prepared, or else you may find yourself in a difficult situation. So whenever you'd like to explore Tartarus, just let me know and I'll gather everyone there. So yeah, you can talk to Mitsuru and eventually Fuka, a future party member. Remember, the girl in the rooftop during the first day of school? You can talk to her and tell her you want to go to Tartarus, and you will get to Tartarus. Or you can use the Iwatodai dormitory bulletin board right over there near the top of Mitsuru's head, and you can select the option to go to Tartarus through that. You can also check how everyone's doing, their status when talking to Mitsuru and Fuka. Also, since I'm sure there are other things you will need to take care of, you have permission to go out at night if you need to. Well, that's all for now. Keep up the good work. So before we actually talk to Mitsuru and get the ball rolling on Tartarus, we'll go up to the 4th floor, where we're gonna get another shard. So we only need 2 more shards for the trophy here. Now that we're here, it's evening, we can go back to the 1st floor lounge. Let's go talk to everyone first before we talk to Mitsuru, yeah? So Junpei, hey, you know that thing we used to summon our personas, the evoker? Well, I was thinking, why it's gotta look a lot like a gun? The reason for that is actually Akihiko. I mean, you gotta be a little nutty to point a gun at your head and pull the trigger, you know? Akihiko's the reason why it looks the way it does. Tartarus just drains me for some reason. You know how the air is thin at the top of a mountain? It kind of feels like that. What about you, Arisata-kun? Yeah, it's tiring. Let's be empathic. You too, huh? I guess we'll just have to slowly get used to it. So yeah, next is Akihiko. By the way, Officer Kurosawa can't experience the dark hour. He's just an ordinary policeman, but he knows what we do, at least in a broad sense, and helps out where he can. Why does he help us? Well, I don't know how he knows about our situation, but regardless, he seems to be simply following his own convictions and doing what he thinks is right. He's a good man. You should be glad to have him on our side. And Itsuki, you did very well for your first night in Tartarus, so what do you think? It was eerie. Yes, I agree. That tends to be a natural first impression when entering such a mysterious tower. So yeah, Itsuki's voice actor is also different. Because in the original, it was a little bit quirky. He had a quirky voice. Is something the matter? So yeah. Let's go to Tartarus. Let's not prolong this any further. We're already 25 minutes in on this recording. Very well, we'll meet at Tartarus around midnight. Don't be late. I'll let the others know. So yeah, as we're loading up Tartarus right here, what do we need to do on our first visit to Tartarus during April 21st? Well, you don't actually need to go to Tartarus on April 21st. You can go wherever you want. But again, we're trying to minimize the number of playthroughs we need to do. And for this walkthrough, it's just one playthrough that you need to do in order to get all of the trophies and achievements and 100% the game. So here, so let's just go over this first. As we explore Tartarus, this will be our temporary base of operations. I'm counting on you to take charge during the operation. So right now, we don't really have any party members, but when we do, they're gonna be here as well. And you change party members by talking to them and either choosing for them to stand by for now or to come with us. There's a maximum of 4 party members, including yourself. You cannot remove yourself from the party. You should always be with your party at all times. So anyways, what I was saying before that is what are our goals in our first exploration? So first off, we need to reach floor 22, which is the first stopping block in Tartarus, because Tartarus is separated in different blocks. Okay, so got some healing items, and floor 22 is gonna house one of those. Another thing is that there are what they call guardians, floor guardians in this game, which is essentially bosses in Tartarus, and they are separated per different floors. So the first boss we're gonna meet is in floor 5. Another thing is we want to get an odd morsel for a request and also obtain 40,000 yen worth of materials or money in total. So it can either come from shuffle time when you pick the coin card, or you can sell everything that you get from this run to the police station for money, but you have to make sure that you get 40,000 or more in your first run through this Tartarus business, this first day of Tartarus spelunking. We would also want to obtain a number of personas, which you can get from shuffle time or from fusion, whichever is easier for you, because we would need them for for social links. Because if you have a persona that matches the social link arcana you're trying to raise, you will get a boost in trying to rank them up. So it's always a good idea to talk to or start a social link cutscene or a social link event with the persona that has the same arcana as the social link event you are about to trigger. So those personas that we would want to get for our initial run at Tartarus during April 21 are Aramitama, Omoikane, Pixie, and Fornius. All of them have persona cards during shuffle time, except for Omoikane, which you would need to fuse. Now you can fuse them using Silky and Asparagus to get Jack Frost, and then use Jack Frost with Angel to get Omoikane. So Silky, Apsaras, and Angel, they're also all available for shuffle time personas, as shuffle time personas. And they can also be fused if you're having a hard time getting them. But anyways, I'm just gonna show like the initial first 5 floors of our Tartarus expedition for today, and then jump into whenever there's an interesting event that we trigger, because there are a few tutorials that do happen as we try to get to floor 22, and also I will show the boss battles and how to defeat them, the weaknesses. I will also tell you about the weaknesses of the enemies that you will encounter in this area, in this block, the section of Tartarus, which I will show you as a, what do you call this, as a graphic on the screen rather than, you know, cutting into video clips of me fighting those enemies just to save time. So maybe we'll get to like 40 minutes of episode today. But yeah, let's just finish. I'll talk as we go along. But yeah, each floor dimensions can vary, but don't feel compelled to explore every inch of the new layout. Rushing directly for the stairs is a completely viable strategy. I leave that choice to your discretion. I would advise against that, especially if you're playing on the peaceful difficulty. What you would like to do is
Let's give this our best shot.
scour every nook and cranny of this area. So this is breakable object. Sometimes you get items, sometimes you don't. If you find a frozen, that's called a frozen shadow. If you find one that has a blue light or a blue core, that holds a Twilight fragment. So you would want to smash that. But yeah, what else was I saying? Yeah, don't rush to the next. So we got Thebel stone piece, sell that. Don't rush to the next floor. So guard that one is a accessory. So put that in Minato for now. Or your MC for now. Yeah, as I was saying, don't rush to the next floor. Try to fight all the enemies you encounter, because you would want to level up to level 12 before you leave Tartarus. And the reason for that is because reaching certain levels unlocks persona space, or the space for more personas in your arsenal, which you would definitely want, not only because it gives you an added firepower and option to change personas or to carry a lot more personas, but again, because if you have the persona with you when you start a social link event, you would get a boost in relationship stats for that event. Now I forgot to anyways, what else can I say? Yeah, don't rush in. Again, just change my persona. What I would also like to do is I like to level up my personas, especially for Minato, for the MC's personas. I like to level them up to the point where they learn all of the skills. The reason for that is that when you fuse personas, you can let the child persona, the persona you will end up getting, inherit skills from its parent personas. So it's always a good idea to have all the skills. So there's the stairs. Go here instead.
Well done.
Look around.
Completely mapped out this area.
Smash this. So yeah, also if you've found the stairs and the map ends up being too big, you don't have to walk back to the stairs. You can just press L1 to maximize the map and then go to the next floor. You can select that and you would go to the next floor. It's really a useful feature that the original games didn't have. The original Persona 3 game didn't have. You're likely to find a plethora of these strange mineral deposits scattered throughout Tartarus. Supposedly, these formations are the crystallized remains of shadows. There's sure to be useful materials inside them. When you find one, try cracking it open. So yeah, the breakable objects.
Keep moving.
Yeah, look around, look around, look around. So yeah, there is also a trophy associated with
Here's your chance to attack.
with what do you call this? With initiating a Seize Advantage. There's a trophy for that. But you need a specific amount. I think it's 50?
Alright, you won.
Alright.
Great work out there.
It's just... I need to open a file. Okay. Sparus has leveled up. We will learn Baisuri. Actually, I would like to switch over to Orpheus. Let's do that later. During battle. Smash.
Showed up during class. Then I'd have a legit reason to skip.
Could you please stop thinking nonsense and
Again, I'll only be showing up to floor 5. Because if I try to record and commentate and include the entire run to floor 22 of this game, we will end up having more than an hour. So Hushing Tiara, you can solve that as well. The reason for that is because going to floor 22, at least on my experience with peaceful difficulty, it will take you an hour and a couple of minutes in order to complete a single run. Okay, so this one, we've already encountered this. This teleporter, a teleporter like this, is a one-way teleporter. If you use that, you would have to climb back up, and it will not unlock the floor that you would normally unlock if you use the teleporters that are found on the floors that have bosses on them, which I will show you guys in a little bit. Again, floor 5 is where the first boss is gonna be.
By the way,
I keep a running record on hand of each area you explore. After you establish a route, navigating through it again should be no issue. However, due to Tartarus' changing nature, these records become useless the next time you visit. Now, here's the thing. That's not necessarily true. Tartarus does change every time you visit, but if it's on the same day, like if we finish our first run of Tartarus and then we go back inside using the giant door at the end of the giant staircase, it will still, the layout will still remain the same. So yeah, personally in my first playthrough, I ended up doing how many runs? I think it was 3 runs, 3.5, just to get to 40,000 yen, or just to make sure that I do have 40,000 yen in total as cash, not materials. Like literally, I have 40,000 yen by the end that I completed the first time. This April 21st. That's how I went about it. But yeah, if you went back and it's the same day, like you don't exit or end the exploration by going ahead and interacting with the edge of the map in the base, then you would still retain the map from your earlier exploration, which is really helpful because it wasn't like that as well. That's something new as well.
Alright, now,
Okay.
back to business. We got ourselves a shadow here.
Yeah, I'll be showing right now. You guys are seeing the weaknesses of the enemies that you can find in the first block of Tartarus. Also, we haven't gotten a shuffle time just yet. And just as I've said it. So yeah, here's a tutorial, an interesting addition to Reload as well. If you choose a persona that you already have, then all personas who share the same arcana will gain will gain experience. Now, this experience boost is actually pretty big because I do end up leveling like 2 times every time I select the personas. But since we need money, we're gonna pick the coin, and now we obtained 870 yen. I actually didn't change how much. So we have 5,800 yen in our current wallet. We need more.
Maybe there's something nice inside.
Okay, so this is a rare chest. Medical powder. I honestly feel like the rare chest excuse me, the rare chests, their contents are not that impressive as the contents of the rare chests in Persona 3, the vanilla version, Persona 3 Fez, and even Persona 3 Portable. Yeah, we got another accessory. Speed band. Okay, so we can go to next floor. Now, the enemies, they respawn if you wait long enough. But the thing is, if you wait too long... Yeah, first boss. If you wait too long, you're gonna end up in trouble because the Grim Reaper will come. And at the current level you are right now, you're not gonna last long. So yeah, I'm detecting powerful enemy up ahead. Everyone stay sharp. So this is our first gatekeeper. Judging by the frequency of the signal, this is undoubtedly a stronger foe. It would be a wise decision to regroup before approaching. So this one, this teleporter right here, that unlocks the teleporter to floor 5. So if you go back to base, to the first floor of Tartarus, then and you use the teleporter on the right, then you can select this floor and start from this floor, which is really, really handy. That device there, we may be able to use it. Do check it out. We don't want to check it out because we are actually in pretty good health, all things considered. But anyway, first boss battle. Hold on. It's not safe to continue any further. Check. Oh my gosh. I forgot. It's mandatory. The console is displaying a series of numbers. I see. Go ahead and select the first floor in that device. That should bring you back.
I knew it. Those devices are teleporters. They're portals that are all connected to one another. Once activated, you should be able to travel between any of the other devices. Be sure to activate any you come across. They'll be quite useful.
Mitsuru talks about it like we have to manually activate it. We don't. They become activated on their own. We only need to be close to it and it will activate. Anyways, go back. Resume from floor 5. And let's deal with our first gatekeeper. Alright, so this enemy, it's enemy territory up ahead. Are you ready for battle? Let's go. This enemy is called the Ruthless Ice Ravens. And they're very easy to defeat, especially since you have both Junpei and RMC, Minato, because these enemies, they are weak to fire. So you just need to keep on using your Agi skills on them. Use Agi skill on one, use Agi skill on another. But again, Junpei will not have the Agi skill unless you have leveled him up. So if he doesn't have it, then you have to only rely on using Minato or Makoto or whatever you named your MC. Looks tougher than I thought, but ain't nothing stopping me. So yeah, if you haven't been able to trigger an all-out attack, then this boss battle will be the one you trigger one with. So yeah, just use Agi. It shouldn't take you that long to beat this boss. Yeah, go for an all-out attack. Just like that.
Let's continue exploring.
So Apsaras levels up to level 4. We level up to level 6. So now we learned Secunda. And we'll be learning Patra next and one more, and Apsaras would have learned all of her skills.
Nicely done.
Well done, everyone. That was a formidable opponent. Okay, my stunning performance aside, aren't all of us totally on the same wavelength now? Let's not bring up your stunning performance ever, and I'd rather not be on the same wavelength as you either. Why not? Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Well, I guess you have a point. Let's keep up the good work, Arisato-kun. Completely ignoring Junpei. We're doing good work for a new team. Let's keep up the pace. Right now, Tartarus is our only lead to unravel the mystery behind the Dark Hour. Alright, then let's just keep on moving. So yeah, usually after each... Well, not usually. It's a 100% certain. After each gatekeeper battle, you will find a side room that will contain a chest. So for this battle, for this first battle, we only have one chest. But for the next one, I think it's gonna be two, and one of them is a special chest. You're doing great, but I'm sure the last battle must have worn you out some. If you continue on now, there's no telling when you'll find another teleporter. Since there's one right here, I suggest you make use of it and stop for a break. We don't really need to stop for a break, so let's keep going. But yeah, it's true. You don't really have to finish the initial block in one go. You can go back and try again at a later date. But again, I want to do this right now because it helps make getting all of the trophies and achievements and getting like 100% of the game done in just a single playthrough. It seems your enemies grow stronger with every floor. Despite the imminent danger, it stands to reason we've gained valuable experience. Let's continue on.
Hey, there's a treasure chest.
Power band, put that on Junpei. There's a shadow up ahead. I'll take this opportunity to shoot about shifting. So this is a new addition as well to Persona 3, but it's not really brand new as a battle mechanic for the Persona franchise. Basically, shifting is it's the same mechanic we have in Persona 5, where if you down an enemy, you have an option to go ahead and choose another character to attack with. That's basically it. Get ready, here it comes. I'll provide you with support as well.
Alright, let me tell you about a new tactic called shifting. When you knock an enemy down, shifting allows you to leverage that opening to let someone else take action. Once you do, your offense can follow up with whoever you passed your action to. If you can coordinate well with your team, you'll be able to claim victory with even greater efficiency. You should all be experienced enough to pull this off now.
So I usually use this with, like, if it's Iori, I'll quickly switch to Makoto or Minato. Like, whoever has the persona that has the enemy's weakness, I will shift to that person. It basically makes wait, Muttering Tiara is weak to wind. It really makes the battles easy. So since this enemy's weak to wind, let's shift to Hikari. Really cool. Like, I really love the battles in this game. I think they are the highlight of Persona 3 Portable. Reload. What? Portable. But yeah, that's how shifting goes.
Continue exploring.
Shuffle time. Alright, so now we have Major Arcana cards. Now this is also new for Persona 3. Selecting a minor... so I'm gonna read the tutorial. Besides the minor Arcana cards that occasionally appear during shuffle, major Arcana cards may also rarely appear. Only one of each major Arcana card may be acquired once per day. The number of major Arcana cards you can acquire in a day is also limited. When you've acquired the maximum number of major Arcana cards, an Arcana burst will occur and increase the ranks of your minor Arcana cards. Collect as many major Arcana cards as you can. There is a trophy associated with collecting all of them, by the way. So yeah, for now, even though we want a coin, we would like to select the full Arcana because that would increase our experience gain, and also we just need one more Arcana and we will rank up the rest of the minor Arcanas, which means more money, more experience, more healing, nicer skill cards, stuff like that. So it's really useful. I see. So basically we're working together to battle more effectively. In combat, you should be as coordinated as possible. Put it to good use. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the next tutorial event.
Oh, that reminds me.
How are you feeling? You're not likely to make much more. So this is, I think, floor 7 now. How are you feeling? You're not likely to make much meaningful progress when you're worn down. Be sure to recover if your health is low. It isn't prudent to risk your well-being unnecessarily. So this is a tutorial for auto recover. So just press R1 and it will ask you if you want to auto recover, and it will instantly restore all the party members' HP at the cost of their SP. I never really use this because, again, we're on peaceful difficulty. So if I want to recover like the health and the SP, all I need to do is to just let the entire party or the MC, just the MC, to die and just select to keep on going, not give up, and then everyone will be back to full health. So you can do that. So actually floor 8, that tutorial triggers. Okay, so we have here a treasure chest. So sometimes Mitsuru will tell you about an interesting thing that you can find in Tartarus, like it's a rare chest, it's a special chest, it's a golden rare enemy, a strong opponent, like that, and that will automatically be added into the map. So your job will just be to find the path that leads to whatever it is she points out.
What's the plan?
Alright, so now we're at floor 11, and here you will find your second gatekeeper, the barbaric beast whale, and one of the minions that it has. So for this fight, I'm detecting a powerful enemy up ahead. Everyone stay sharp. For this fight, we will be using Yukari and her skill. I've observed that every few floors you'll encounter a powerful foe blocking your way. These quote-unquote gatekeepers, as we'll call them, aren't going to simply let you pass. You'll need to be prepared for a real fight. Ensure you are ready before engaging a gatekeeper and make use of teleporters if needed. And I actually need to use a teleporter, but considering I don't want to use my Twilight shards just yet to use the clock to heal, I won't. And again, because I'm in peaceful difficulty, it's okay for me to die because that will essentially just give me a full replenish, revive everyone who dies with perfect health and SP, and I feel like that's enough. But yeah, anyways, everyone is at level, just to show you guys, at level 8. And for personas, I have not here. For Minato's persona, I have a level 5 Apsaras, Orpheus, a level 4 Angel, and a level 2 Pixie, which I both got from a shuffle time. Also, no new accessories to show. It's enemy territory up ahead. Are you ready for battle? But yeah, anyway, barbaric beast will, which is basically that enemy with a lion-shaped head. It's weak against Garu skills or wind. So if you have an angel persona, you can use that as well, not only to attack but also to heal, and also use Yukari. Junpei can deal with the hand-looking enemies. They are weak to fire. So you're up against a difficult opponent, but if the intel is available, I can help you. I can suggest the most effective attack based on the enemy's weakness.
But I can only assist like this when we know the enemy's weakness.
Yeah, so that's the thing when you select the AI command that we talked about in the previous episode. They will use whatever attacks they have in their arsenal or use them moderately depending on what you select, but they will not be able to use the most effective attack right off the bat unless Mitsuru or Fuka know the enemy's weakness, which you should uncover first by yourself.
I'm sorry, but until you
But basically, this tutorial she's talking about is you press a button and press R1 and yeah, you will immediately go to the character that has the most useful, more effective attack. So anyways, as I've said, if we have Angel, we can use Garu on the Barbaric Beast wheel and it will fall down. And then let's switch to the Junpei has enough. To use Agi on the hand enemies. That's what they're weak to. So, yes! And then just use an all-out attack. If you do it this way, it will give Yukari a turn and you can just use Garu with Yukari, and if the hand enemies are still alive, then shift to Minato and use Orpheus with Agi. So anyways, use Garu one more time on an enemy. And then all-out attack. And that deals that deals with the second gatekeeper. We can move on now, but the next floor doesn't look any different. Don't think it'll be the same old thing forever, do you? It won't. Only one way to find out. Yeah, you're right. It's just I want to at least feel like we're making progress. No point overthinking things now. All we gotta do is keep moving forward. After all, I've already made up my mind. It actually feels kind of weird because Yukari doesn't really quote-unquote make up her mind until a little bit further along the story, but oh well. Well, look at you all fired up. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Nothing really. Anyways, enough about me. You gotta keep going, right? Come on, let's get a move on. Or we gotta keep moving. So yeah, after the battle, again, another side path here will lead to 2 chests. We got 2 Snuff Souls, and then we'll need to use 3 Twilight Shards or Fragments to open this special chest. Or a Poison Arrow Bow that we can equip to Yukari, so give it to Yukari. Yeah, so sometimes if you get a really good equipment, whether it be a weapon or an armor, sometimes your party members will ask for them. So if you don't want to use them on your MC, on Minato, or he can't use it, you can give it to your other party members. Yeah, since Minato cannot use a bow, hand it over to someone who can.
Could it be?
Is that okay? So this is floor 12, and it will trigger the Rare Shadow tutorial, which, if you manage to defeat the Rare Shadow here, you will get a trophy associated with it. But first, we need to find said Rare Shadow.
Loot that chest.
Rancid Grave. There's the Rare Shadow. There are golden hand sprite enemies. So you have to make sure they don't see you. But if they do see you, you have to chase after them. So wait, is that shadow up ahead? Yes, it is. A rare golden shadow. So it'll run away. We'll try to run after it, catch it. Now that shadow took off like a bandit, didn't it? Those ones are fairly rare. I suppose we can simply call them rare shadows. They can be tough to catch, but the potential rewards are worth the trouble. So yeah, sometimes they appear. They're pretty rare enemies, obviously. But you can increase the chance of spawning them if you talk to... Okay, let's wait for it to turn around. It's much more easier to chase. There. Go, 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 go. Slash! But yeah, you can make them spawn much more if you use the services of the NPC in the club, in Club Escapade. Anyway, the Wealth Hand, your first rare enemy, they're weak against strike attacks. So you can either just choose to attack or use the bash skill from Junpei. If you're lucky, you can hit them. Otherwise, they're gonna run away. So I don't think I have anyone else that has a bash. Because they will run away. When they run away, it depends really. Sometimes they would run away immediately, other times it will take a while. But yeah, there we go. We managed to beat the rare enemy. So once you do that, a trophy should pop up, an achievement should pop up for you. They provide ample amounts of experience, 485 experience with our experience boost, and also the worldly coin, which you can sell for a lot of money. So now Orpheus learns Bash just after we actually needed it. So anyways, let's continue on to floor 2022. Floor 22. I'm detecting a stronger foe on an upcoming floor, another gatekeeper. It'd be wise to conserve your strength. Have you made use of the escape order? A strategic retreat can mean the difference between life and death. You can always regroup and try again. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend to use the escape option unless you're playing on a higher difficulty. But anyway, this is floor 13. And this is the first time we will be encountering these blue crystallized shadow, these frozen shadow things that we can destroy for a Twilight Fragment. So yeah, you get Twilight Fragment from increasing your social links and then talking with Elizabeth, or you can increase them by going around town to the places we've been to earlier in this episode, or by just smashing those blue cord crystallized or frozen shadows. Alright, so now we're at floor 17. Now this is the last floor where you will find a gatekeeper in this particular block of Tartarus. So I'm detecting a powerful enemy up ahead. Everyone stay sharp. Now, I see you're making good progress and you appear to be getting the hang of things in combat. On the topic, have you been paying attention to enemy weaknesses? Exploiting a weakness will make you hit harder and more often. Doing so can turn the tide of a battle. The more kinds of attacks you can use, the more chances you'll have to hit a weakness. That's where your ability comes in handy. By the way, I received a report from the chairman. You know that clock by the stairs at the entrance, the one that's about as tall as you? At first glance, it may look ornamental, but it can actually be operated by using Twilight Fragments, like I've mentioned before. Supposedly, it can restore the user to his or her rightful state. The clock at the entrance can be used to fully restore HP and SP for your entire team. You can also find clocks on floors you're currently exploring. They will also provide the same effect as the clock on the entrance. So that's new. In the originals and the vanilla version of Persona 3, in Fez and in Portable, there's only one clock, and that clock you can find at the base of the tower. So activating the clock requires 7 Twilight Fragments, so you should make a habit of collecting them for emergencies. I personally like to save them for treasure chests, but there is a trophy again for using 50 Twilight Fragments. So if you're in a hurry to get that trophy, then you may want to use the clock as a means of disposing Twilight Fragments. I suppose its purpose is recovery. I'm curious how it works, but regardless, let's take advantage of it. So I'm in a bit of a bind here because the next enemy that we will be fighting, the next gatekeeper, the last gatekeeper for Thebel, this block of Tartarus, is called the Swift Axle, and it uses Garu skills, which Junpei is weak to. So for this battle, we would want to have Junpei defend. Now, the issue is, how are we going to fight back? And more importantly, if you look at how much health and SP I have, I don't have a lot. So what I would do right now is purposely get my entire party wiped out. So that's the first step I'm gonna do right here. And then we'll talk about the possible strategy or tactic you may want to use in this fight. Anyways, the enemy's attacks are growing stronger. If you're being overwhelmed by the enemy's assault, protect yourselves by guarding, which is what we would want Junpei to do throughout this entire battle. As much as a powerhouse Junpei is, we would want him defending here. But not right now, because what I want to do again is get my entire party wiped out. So yeah, tutorial on guarding. We're just gonna attack. Because again, I would want... What? That's new. The enemy's not weak to slash attacks, but we got a critical, and criticals, they provide the same kind of benefit as a weak attack. And we're lucky that we got the enemy confused, which is shocking. But yeah, considering I'm not sure if we could get wiped out right now. All you can do really in this battle is attack and guard. As Junpei guard, he only has 1 HP, so it doesn't really matter. We're gonna get wiped out anyway. Unfortunately, we don't have a persona that this enemy is weak to. Yeah, because this enemy is weak to Zeo or lightning skills, and we don't have one that is. So all we can do is just use our MC to attack. You can also use Agi. There goes Junpei. You can also use Agi, but again, I'm trying to get myself killed off here. Oh my goodness, don't tell me I'm gonna win this battle while I'm trying to get myself defeated. That would just be funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna guard and hope that he kills me off. I can end this battle right now. I just need one more attack on him, but I don't want the MC to be the only one who gets a experience out of this battle, even though that would mean I would have like more experience allotted to him, because the experience, there we go, he died. And since we're peaceful, we can retry the battle. It can't end like this, can it? I can't die yet. Everyone will be revived at full health and full SP. How useful is that? And what's more, the enemy will retain whatever stat it has before the revival, the resurrection of our entire party. So we can just go ahead and end the battle. That's how it goes. So yeah, 2079 XP. Boosted everyone to level 11. Orpheus is now level 6. I've gotten all of Orpheus's abilities now. So I can switch to a different persona to use. And another one bites the dust. We're on a roll, guys. While we're at it, how about we spice things up every now and then? Like, by changing up the leader. Mitsuru will be against it. What? And here I was worried about what you'd say next. Don't you want to see how I'd run this whole shebang? Well, don't ya? Should we switch? Is not really a good idea. Wait, it wouldn't be wise for a change in command in the middle of an expedition. We're making steady progress under Arisato's lead, so let's continue as we have been. Fine, sure, I guess. But I'm pretty sure I could just take down the enemies here all by myself.
Listen.
chill out, Junpei. If you're not careful, it won't be long till you get hurt. And to be fair, to be actually honest about it, Junpei's always the first one to die during my expeditions for some reason. Takeba's right. We can expect another strong enemy to appear. Don't let your guard down as we proceed. There won't be any strong enemies for a while. Okay, whatever. Guess there's always a next time. So at this point, we're at floor 17. All we have to do is reach floor 22. And again, there is a side room here with 3 chests now. So open all of them up. You should have enough to open all of them up. Hothead shirt.
Hey!
Actually, if there's an option to equip on yourself, it's best to look at the stat gain you're gonna get from them. If it's not much, or if your current equipment is better, then stick with that. Replace with new equipment. Long wakizashi. So let's see. Equip. Let's see what that new. Ooh, hothead shirt. Let's go wear that. Since, you know, it's basically game over if Minato is the one who dies for, you know, difficulties above easy. Huh, well. The shadows on this floor are much weaker than you. This may be a good opportunity to try the rush command. Rushing can be greatly useful if you're trying to move through a floor without spending much time in battle. When you choose to rush, all party members will default to their basic weapon attacks in rapid succession. So the rush attack can be done by pressing the options button on PlayStation 5. I don't know what the equivalent button for that is for the other consoles. While this is the most tactically involved strategy, it will allow you to move much faster through combat encounters. I don't really feel like it moves faster. Like, it doesn't speed up the battle, but it does give you like a free time when you want to do something else, or you just don't want to bother selecting commands, so it'll be auto attack like this. There. That's the rush command. Yeah, let's move on. I don't think we have any more tutorials to worry about, apart from the event that will trigger in floor 22. Let's continue on. Alright, so now we're at floor 21. So there don't appear to be any enemies on this floor. Wait, what's going on? There aren't any enemies on the next floor either. These seems to be special floors. I'll need you to go up through them for the investigation. So this will enable us to teleport to floor 21 of Tartarus, and if we just go up here, we'll get to the stairs that will lead us to floor 22. So this floor, there's no mistaking it. Do you recall, Arisato, how I once told you Tartarus was separated into multiple areas by borders resembling rifts? I believe this is one of those border floors. I'm not sensing any enemies. Would you mind taking a look around? So there's nothing here apart from a treasure chest that will contain a note that hints to what happened here, why Tartarus is a thing, what does it have to do with the school, and also a teleporter that will bring us to the first floor. So it seems to continue upwards, but the path is blocked. Looks like there's no way to progress any further right now. So let's stop here for tonight. We've managed to cover a lot of ground. Well done, everyone. So yeah, you can't progress any further. Guess that's it then, but how are we gonna get past this roadblock? Tartarus changes every day, right? So maybe it won't be blocked off tomorrow night or something. Unfortunately, that logic doesn't seem to apply here. Some floors have fixed structures and layouts. This appears to be one of them. Some other factor may have caused this. I'll look into it. Guess we just gotta wait. Come on, let's bounce, Minato. So before you actually bounce, make sure you grab this, because this getting the old document 1 will also enable you to hand it over to Elizabeth during for one of her requests, which you need to do around 62 if I remember correctly, or 64, in order to trigger an event that will unlock a trophy or an achievement for you. So all document 1. This is the contents of the first old document. The power supply expansion has been completed. What's unusual is the excess wattage. Why would an island with only a school on it need so much power? Interesting, right? So yeah, once you've gotten that, head back to the entrance. Because there's nothing else for you to do. So yeah, you're now back to the entrance. Now, here's the thing. If you've gotten all of the things that we need, or if you've done it, like obviously we've reached floor 22, but you have also to reach level 12, which unfortunately I haven't yet. I'm 1 level short. Now you have to obtain an odd morsel. I actually got it. Where is it? Odd morsel, I got 3. Now we have to obtain 40,000 yen, or equivalent of, whether it's in coins right now that you have like cash on hand, or if it's in materials, worth of materials just you sell later on. So that actually depends. This materials and valuables are the stuff that you can sell. So all of these, the malachite and turquoise, don't sell the gems. Just those ones with that this other icon. So shaft fragment, whirly coin, mask of cowardice, mask of cruelty, hellish bowtie, hushing tiara, vanguard's horn, arrowhead of desire, Thebel, glass shard, stone piece, and lantern, iron fence, and crystal. So all of those, they came from the shadows, the frozen shadows, and as enemy drops. You can sell all of these. If you're confident that all of these will cost 40,000 yen, then you can leave. Also, if you've obtained the personas that I've mentioned before, if you got Aramitama, Omoikane, Pixie, and Fornius, then you're free to go. So right now, I only have Pixie, Aramitama, so I need to again mix Silky and Asparagus. Silky and Asparagus to get Jack Frost, and then Jack Frost with Angel to get Omoikane. So I got Aramitama as well. So I got basically got all of the personas that we need right now. If you're confident that you have enough, you can leave. So you only have to interact, go down here, go back, and the day will end. It will be the next day, which we'll tackle in the next episode. But if you feel like you might have enough, but you're not 100% sure, I suggest you save your game and then do another run of Tartarus by heading through this door again and choosing to start at the very beginning and just go through all the enemies again, open all the treasure chests again, and reach floor 22 again, or until you get 40,000 yen or 40,000 yen worth of materials. Once you have that, then you can leave. But for now, I'm just gonna go inside here just to show you guys how fusion works right before we end today's really long episode. Welcome to
Been
development.
anticipating your arrival. The time has come for you to wield your power. My role is to create.
So yeah, we can create personas here. Like, the rule should be, and also add them to the compendium. The rule should be whenever you finish like a run of Tartarus, or if you got a new persona basically and got them leveled up, get new skills, you would want to go back here to the Velvet Room and then add them to the compendium. If you want to get more personas, you have to fuse them, and the results of the fusion are dependent on what personas you use, which I will be providing a list of, and also I've linked at the description below the persona calculator that you can use if you want to try to mix your own personas, or are trying to find out how to unlock a certain persona. But again, some personas are locked behind story, some personas are locked behind social links, so you can't really fuse all of the personas in one go. Anyways,
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
how may I help you today? Fuse personas and then choose registration, and just press square to register all of your personas. So the next time you need them, you can just summon them. Now all of them cost money, The DLC ones, they don't cost money the first time you summon them, but the succeeding times that you do summon them, they will cost money. Their cost is dependent on their levels. Also, you cannot summon the same persona if you already have it with you, so you need to make use of them. Anyway, let's fuse. Dyad Fusion, pick Asperas and Silky to get Jack Frost. Okay, so we can choose what skills we want to inherit. Secunda, I would like that, and also Patra.
It seems no new powers.
So we don't have a social link, Magician's social link. We will unlock that actually in the next episode. So yeah, the first time you fuse a persona, you're gonna get a trophy. Now, if you trigger like a fusion accident, as it's called in the previous games, you're also gonna get a trophy for that. But fusion accidents are very random, so all you have to do really to trigger that is fuse as many personas as you can. So there's Jack Frost, Atlas's mascot character. Oh, this persona seems to be harboring something inside. So, persona conception. Occasionally, a new created persona will come bearing an item. This item can be obtained by raising the item-bearing persona to a predetermined level. You can check the attainable item under persona status on the skills detail screen. So, there is a trick to get multiples of these items. All you have to do is register the persona right before they level up and give you the item. So when that happens, you only have to, like, after they give you the item, you can fuse that persona with another persona, then summon that persona that used to have an item, and then level them up again, and you can essentially farm whatever item they're holding. So fuse Jack Frost with Angel to get Omoikane.
Acceptable?
Yep, that's Omoikane.
Please choose
Oh,
what
weird.
skills to
Okay,
inherit.
so here we would want Bufu and Sukunda.
Seems no new powers have
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna skip this because it's basically just the same. Every time you fuse, you use Dyad Fusion. My name is Omoikane, birth from thine heart to walk at thy side. 'Twas I, now my wisdom shall be thine to use. So now we have all the personas we will need, except for Fornius. We can try to get Fornius by mixing Orpheus with Aramitama if you want, because you can just get Aramitama again, and you've also registered it, so that's okay. And we've got all the skills that we have with Orpheus, so it's fine as well. So I'm just gonna go
This persona.
and get this persona
Wish to inherit.
right here, and get Agi and Harunda.
It seems no new power. Why, this
And
is
there we go. We
exciting.
now have all the personas that we will need. So I just need to get Aramitama again. But the way I'm gonna get him is not really through the compendium, since, again, right now,
Very well.
let me just show you guys quickly. So let's select to leave. Cool transition time! So yeah, I only have right now 18,810 yen, and I'm not confident that my materials, when I sell them, will net me 40,000 yen. So I'm gonna do another run of Tartarus, so that's another hour. So I'm gonna stop here for today's recording, for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. The next episode will be another school episode. We'll unlock our next social link, do a bunch more stuff, and hopefully move the story along much further than we have been these past few episodes. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Until then, I am Bianca, and you guys know the drill. Dream on, fly on. Bye-bye for now. Thanks for watching. See you all next time. Keep safe, everyone.
Someday we'll have our last conversation and drink our last cup of coffee. Someday we might